Did not see you guys there. Just kidding. I'm excited to see the look on our children's faces when we tell them all of these stories about Grand Market and staying up and, you know, having to wait in the line for fast food for maybe 2 hours before you get served. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nats, and I hope everyone is happy, healthy, and doing okay. And yes, today is a very special day, so we want to take the time out to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, just in case you do not see me on the 1st of January, but you'll be seeing me up until the New Year, of course, because Vlogmas does not end on Christmas Day for me. But this year has been such a rough year for most of us. I would think that the world, like, it is the first year that I could say really that all of us, like every single person in the world, was going through and tackling a major difficulty, like all of us the same thing, and that was brought to us by yours truly, COVID-19. But we have made it thus far, and I hope that 2021 will be such a better year for all of us. I do not want to jinx it, because I was joking about a post that I saw on Facebook, you guys, about we want 2020 to be this, just come in, sit her ass down and not touch a thing. And I was like giggling, because I'm like, 2020 did not listen to any of us when we said please just come in and be quiet, you know what I mean? So we do not want to tell 2021 what to do. We just have to hope for the best. Anyway, enough of me giggling. We have my husband here today, and I did not introduce him in the beginning of the video, but of course Nats fam knows who this is. But if you're new here, this is Adam, my husband, and again we wish you a very Merry Christmas and happy holidays throughout the season. So we're really sitting down with you guys on Christmas Day. Do not want to make this video super long, because you guys have the Christmas food to go and eat up and all of those things, but we wanted to just discuss some of the Christmas traditions that we want to like start with our family once we start having kids and all of that. Of course, we too are family, but some traditions are really, we can't start them until we start having kids and all of that stuff. So we wanted to just use today, Christmas Day, to reminisce on the traditions that we love, maybe traditions that we had growing up, and talk about some of the traditions that we want to start for our own family, which we have never talked about in 4 years of being together. And so I think this will be interesting for both of us to talk about on Christmas. So the first tradition for me, you guys, is definitely having Christmas marathon the week of Christmas. So next week, well, we're filming this a little outside of Christmas. Christmas is next week, Friday, today is Saturday. And for me, many persons start watching Christmas movies the minute December hits, right? And that is fine, that is fun, I do that too. But strictly Christmas marathon movie nights for my family the week of Christmas sounds perfect for me. So I definitely want to start that. Of course, we'll watch Christmas movies here and there throughout December, but specifically the week of Christmas, I want our family to have marathon nights. And this is one tradition we have started with ourselves. We watch Christmas movies all week long, the week leading up to Christmas, and we always start with Home Alone. Like Home Alone 1 to 4 is a must on the list. No matter how many years pass by, Home Alone is a must. And our new traditional Christmas movie that we will definitely have our kids watch every single year, just as Home Alone, is
Christmas Chronicles.
Yes, you guys, like, you have to check that movie out. It is so bomb. I think it's the next best thing to Home Alone there is out there. Like Christmas Chronicles 1, and this year they came out with Christmas Chronicles 2. We're not touching that until next week when we do our marathon night, but definitely Christmas movie nights. How about you? What's one tradition that you'd want to start?
Well, the tree decoration, of course, is...
Oh, yeah.
That is a very commonly held tradition, and we would be remiss to not have that go on.
Yeah.
So decorating the tree and, you know, making a big deal out of everything, you know, having ornaments that are perhaps symbolic,
Yeah.
or, you know, maybe, oh, I had this thing from 10 years ago in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's
For sure.
not just random dollar store stuff, but
Yeah.
things that mean something.
Yeah, something that always goes on the tree every year, and there's always a story for us to tell our kids, you know. Yeah, I think that is special, and I actually wanted to start that particular Christmas tradition this year, but like I've been saying, guys, like this year has been crazy, and even though last year I was reminiscing and having a tree this year and all of that stuff, it just did not work out for us this year because of many reasons. Financial reasons, of course, being one, because I'm not pretending to have it all together. I am broke. Hello. You know, so that did not work out this year. And on top of that, when we actually decided to make the sacrifice to go and get a tree, the trees were all sold out. Like, I went to Knittery to look at Christmas decorations and they had none. Mark you, I did go to Knittery in like October, because I posted on my Instagram story, and the store was flooded with Christmas stuff. And it is so funny that no one is this close to Christmas. Like, all the Christmas stuff are like out. It's just bare minimum ugly little trees that it doesn't make any sense. So I have some lights put up. I don't even know, it is not in frame, but the only thing that we have Christmas are these Christmas pajamas. I will have a few lights string up in the house here and there, and it's okay, you know, we can start fresh next year. So definitely having a tree and decorating and getting ornaments. I actually want to start collecting Christmas ornaments before Christmas next year, because probably we are waiting until the nitty-gritty to start preparing for Christmas, and then, you know, life gets in the way. We have to put money on other things and we just don't get around to it. So preparing way in advance is definitely a thing that I'll be doing starting next year, because next year hopefully we'll have a tree. Alright, so my next tradition that I want to start with our family is definitely family pajamas, you guys, and Christmas cards. Definitely, obviously have started that tradition already, but we started Christmas cards last year, but we did not continue it this year, I guess, because I don't know, we're lacking a bit of Christmas cheer this year, and you know, majority of us are probably feeling the same way with everything that's going on. It's the third year away from our family, and it's just crazy how long that we've been in Japan. So we're lacking a bit of a Christmas cheer, but definitely wearing Christmas pajamas, you guys, absolutely will be a tradition, because yeah, I started already. I got these pajamas last year in 2019. We only wore them one night in Korea, and that was Christmas night. And this is the first time we're putting them on since last year, and yeah, it will be a staple. I got this set from Wish, actually. For all of you who said you can't buy on Wish, yes you can, okay? You just gotta know how to do things. Yeah, so wearing Christmas pajamas, definitely, and also Christmas cards. And this is not very popular in Jamaica at all, but it is very popular in like the US and Canada, maybe, I'm not sure, but the US for sure. Everybody sends Christmas cards, and I just think it is a nice way, especially if you're having get-togethers and so on, and you have certain family members that cannot be there for some reason or another. It's just good to pop in their mail. Yeah, you understand? You can just see a little card from your grandparents, say happy Merry Christmas to, you know, friends and so on that you're not seeing often. It's just very good to let them know that you're thinking about them in the holiday season, as this season is all about the birth of Jesus and family and food and all that festivity. So Christmas cards, definitely. Probably we should do a Christmas card picture right now and send it, right? Merry Christmas! You guys, you'll probably see that photo up on Instagram on Christmas Day, wishing you all a Merry Christmas. But definitely Christmas cards. What's your next tradition?
My next thing, let's check my notepad.
We always have notes, you guys.
Yeah, writing a wish list, which of course is already a popular tradition, but also writing a gratitude list. So that way we can shift the focus from what we want, what we wish to have, and pay more attention to what we already have, and yeah, just reflect on being grateful and happy.
Okay, so do we do this on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, throughout December? What are your plans?
I think, however, we deal with the wish list. If they're gonna be writing, or if we're gonna be writing a wish list in the weeks coming up to Christmas Day, then we could, alongside that, do a gratitude list.
Oh,
So
guess
perhaps
what?
for each wish, I don't know.
I just thought about something, because another tradition that I have on my list is for us to open presents on Christmas morning. Maybe us and the kids could be writing all of this gratitude and all of this. Of course, they'll have their wish list separate, but the gratitude list, right? They could write it up to Christmas morning, and while we're opening presents and stuff, we could take a few minutes to like talk about what we're grateful for just before we head into the presents. You know what I mean? Yeah, so just to see like what they're thinking before they get the big toys and all of these things from grandma, uncle, you understand, Santa Claus, all of that stuff. So that is a nice tradition, of course. And yeah, wish list, I definitely agree with the wish list. I want to do the wish list, but in a more spontaneous ways, because guess what? And many persons might come at me for this, and to be honest, I do not care what anybody else thinks. But my children will grow up believing in Santa Claus until they have sense to know that Santa Claus is not real. Okay, like I believe in just giving children that kind of, I don't know, hope or happiness, or just that vigor to write letters to Santa Claus telling him what they want or whatever. I just think that it's a happy moment, and yes, it's not real, yes, it is fictional, but I just think it's just a part of the season to have kids be happy and, oh, Santa Claus came and eat cookies. Yes, so they'll be leaving the cookies on the counter. They'll be leaving the milk on the counter. One of us will be biting into that cookie, and we're going to tell them that Santa Claus came last night. Yes. Anybody wants to fight? I'm ready. Alright? Like, it's going to be a thing, you guys. So, the wish list for the kids, we're going to have, because a decoration piece that I see very, very popular when I'm watching like Christmas Decorate With Me videos is this mailbox thing that says letters to Santa. I want to have that under the tree, and the kids can put their wish list in there, because that's how we're going to know what to get them. You know what I mean? Because we're the Santa Claus. I know they will not watch this video.
And what I'm thinking, even now about the whole Santa thing is, they will be getting gifts from their parents as well as gifts from Santa. So what might be a good idea is, you know, the more expensive gifts will come from us.
Yeah.
So we'll give them the PlayStation 15 and you know, whatever the case is. And Santa will give them the pencil case. It's not just so that, you know, we can get more of the praise, but other kids might not get PS15s from Santa if you know, their parents just might be unable to do that.
Right.
So, you know, why did Santa give me this and
not? Yes,
so,
yes,
you know,
that is an important lesson.
Less awkward questions.
Yeah.
If the simpler gifts come from Santa, and then you know, we can procure the more expensive ones.
Right. And that is a good idea too, because that will stop like maybe bullying in school, because God knows bullying in school, like if our child is going to school like, oh, Santa gave me PS45, and another child either get something not as expensive as that, or even nothing, to be honest, because not every family can afford gifts, you know what I mean? People might bully them, like they might think that our child is like showing off, or like I've been through bullying for the dumbest things ever. So like people bully children over in anything. So.
And this works for the reverse as well, because if 1 year we can't afford to give them the PS45, they won't think that, you know, they were a bad child because Santa only gave them XYZ.
Yeah, so there are lessons to this thing.
Or how come last year Santa gave me this and this year?
Yeah, so we have to be careful about the Santa lessons. And I think as we become parents, you know, it will flow more naturally in how we want to teach these lessons. But that's a good idea because I never thought of that. Anyway, the next tradition that I really want to like start is having a traditional Christmas breakfast with the family. And yeah, because we are not morning persons, and I know that will change vigorously once we start having kids. I am not anticipating that day because I love my sleep. But having a traditional Christmas breakfast, like my mom, we have a traditional family dinner every year, right? But never breakfast. Everybody just get up and they just get ready for the dinner in the afternoon. But I want, because I also plan to continue that tradition that I grew up with of having family dinners, I want our immediate family, just us and the kids, to have something together, just us. So I was thinking, like, just before we head into the gratitude and the present opening on Christmas morning, we have a traditional Christmas breakfast. I do not know what will be on the menu. I have not thought about it yet or anything like that, but definitely want to have something that we make every single Christmas. Like, our kids will grow up knowing that my mom used to make this every Christmas, and probably they will continue with their family. I don't know, hope so, you know, and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's another one I want to start. Do you have any more?
Yeah, I had the Christmas dinner one, but since that is taken, I'll reveal what would have been my honorable mention, I guess, which is caroling. Even if
you
it's
have
not
said that before.
Going at, since this video.
No, like I've heard you
Before.
said you wanted to do caroling with the kids.
Even if we can't go, like, you know, on the streets singing.
Oh my God, we would.
Depending on where we live and whatnot, but at least in the home,
neighborhood, in the house,
or I don't know, wherever.
Oh my God.
The whole practice of, you know, singing and committing to memory the Christmas carols, because the carols are, you know, within the carols are the Christmas story.
Yeah, but
meaning and.
But oh my God, are we going to be the awkward family that's going to people's doors and singing aloud in the neighborhood?
No. Look, it's not an awkward thing. What you do is at before sunrise. What is that? Dawn. At dawn, you will go and sing. So people will be hearing, not necessarily like pots and pans being banged, but they will be hearing a soft caroling, and they might not even fully be awake. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds like a disturbance, but it's just that early morning Christmas vibe being spread.
So do we do this when?
Community.
At what?
Christmas Day.
Wow, we're going to have a long schedule on Christmas Day.
Could be Christmas Day, or it could be Christmas Eve, or I don't know.
Christmas Eve is, well,
I don't know.
Well, we won't be in a country where they have grand market, because we don't plan to live in Jamaica, which is a whole other video that we'll talk about soon. But, well, okay.
Yeah, I think the caroling might just be in our home. It doesn't have to be anything outside or
okay. We can do it as a family.
Yeah. Or if there are other families who wouldn't mind participating.
Yeah. Maybe for the first year it would be awkward, but once, you know, our little neighborhood, like not the entire, just our little neighborhood, yeah, maybe we could send out.
We're not doing a cross country. We're just.
Maybe we could even send out flyers and ask other families to join. Who knows? Yeah. It could be a thing that the webs put on. Like, it could be a thing, you know.
Why not?
They have neighborhoods that do Christmas house light shows, like houses participating, decorating their house with Christmas lights, and a particular house wins and all of that stuff. We can just have caroling. First of its kind. Very nerve-wracking idea, but it sounds fun. And
nerve-wracking?
As in, you know, I was about to say I am not one for the spotlight, but here I am on the internet. But singing is not my strong suit. Adam can sing and play.
Caroling isn't a spotlight thing. It's a very subtle background humming of Christmas.
You're going to be hearing a lot of crowing because I cannot sing. So they might call the police on us. I'm just saying.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys. The next tradition that I really want to start is going to a light show. So illumination, as they call it in Japan, but they have many different places in different countries that just put on a big light show with different patterns of stuff that you can see. I'm seeing a lot of it on Instagram right now, and it's just like a drive-through. You do not have to come out of your vehicle and you know, stand up in the cold or anything like that. It's just you drive through this maze of beautiful Christmas lights and all of that stuff. I think that would be nice. So our family, one night we can just, you know, go on a drive and see some Christmas lights. Like, it will help the kids get excited for Christmas and all of that stuff, and it will be also very beautiful. So that is a tradition that I think we might want to start. In Jamaica, none of these things exist. People decorate their house and that's just about that. But as I said, we don't plan to live in Jamaica, and
I think it perhaps give Jamaica a bad rep. Maybe
Do I?
maybe where you lived or where we live, these things weren't practiced, but I don't know what happens in other communities
really, there are no light shows.
that you know of.
There is one light show, and that came up very, very recently at 30 River Park, where they have like Christmas concert or some
But
Christmas
you're just thinking
stuff,
about
but
Orchards, yeah.
I have never seen anything advertised on TV like Christmas light show, please come here, or whatever the case may be. But people do decorate their houses and Christmas trees, you guys. In Jamaica, they do that. But light, like an illumination where they have big lights and all that, I've never heard. Guys, if you're Jamaican and you are aware of this situation, let us know in the comments below if this actually happens in Jamaica. Because as I said, I've never heard of it happening. But of course, I don't know it all, basically. And do you have anything else?
That was it.
That was it for
I
you?
think, yeah.
And the last thing for me, and it is just this year that it actually struck me as important, and I feel a little bad for saying that it is just striking me as important, but you know, each year you grow, you realize certain things, and I think giving back or donating around Christmas time is a really, really important thing to do, especially if I'm not going to say the word wealthy, but if you can, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with spending a few dollars buying some toys for the less fortunate, you know what I mean?
You don't have to spend any money at all, just toys that
yes,
you know will be abandoned, not because they're broken, but
right,
because newer toys take precedence.
Right. And that's the thing too, when you're donating, guys, please do not give the worst of your stuff to other people. That is just ridiculous, and it just speaks badly of you as a person. Like, do not give other families that, you know, cannot afford toys, broken toys, a doll with one foot missing, a car with no batteries or spare batteries. Like, that is really, yes, they do it. They do it. People do it. I am seeing this all of online. Adam is not online, but I have seen stories where children in homes are getting gifts with, they have like toy cars, no batteries in them. You know what I mean? A doll with a foot missing, or the hair is cut up at it. Like, you know, you have doll with nice hair, one side of the head have the hair and the other side is, because you know, as children they play up with the dolls and you know, it look chaka chaka. You know what I mean? And yeah, and they will just donate that. And I'm saying, do not donate those types of gifts, you guys. Like, donate gifts that you would buy for your children, that you'd want for your family as well. So I think for us, donating our children's older toys that they will not be using again, or they just don't love anymore, is going to be a thing, especially because it's Christmas and they will be getting new toys, you know. So just getting rid, that is a good way to declutter your house of having to trip over toys every 2 minutes.
They can decide what toys to
that they
pass
want to.
on.
Right. So we won't be making the decision for them. Of course, if we think they're holding on to something that is very ridiculous, we probably put out a strict hand not hand as in slapping them, but a strict, I don't know what word to say here, instruction. I don't even know. I'm not a parent. I don't know the words.
Guide the process.
Yes.
To ensure its effectiveness.
Right. So yeah, giving back, donating, all of that stuff. Like in the US, I know they have like angel trees and all of that stuff. Where Walmart, some things on. I follow a lot of American influencers, so I know all of these stuff. If you're wondering how I know because I'm on Instagram and I follow a lot of these American persons. So they have like angel trees and so on. You can donate. You don't even have to leave your house. You can donate through an online platform. Just buy some gifts, donate, and they themselves, the angel tree or whatever, that organization would donate to charities and just children in need and all of that stuff. So it really does not take much effort, you guys. So I think I want to also do that. Yeah, as for me, traditions that I have growing up is really just the Christmas tree and the Christmas dinner. Because as I said, Jamaica it's pretty lame with most holiday traditions and all of that. So
I mean, Grand Market is
yes.
probably the biggest event in the world.
Yeah.
So,
well, the biggest event in Jamaica. I don't think any other country has a Grand Market night.
No, but no other country could achieve a Grand Market night.
Well, yeah. yeah, guys. So in Jamaica, Grand Market night is just the night before Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, where all of the vendors in major towns, let's say major towns of each parish in Jamaica, all the sellers and the stores and everybody that ever sells anything, even persons who are not sellers or business persons, they would prepare for this and go get stuff and sell on a Christmas Eve. And it's just a big market. You buy toys, you buy food, you buy furniture, you buy clothes, you buy.
And you know, the Grand Market is less about the market and more about the grand, because it's just a time when you put on your best clothes.
Yes.
You, even if you're broke, you know.
Yeah.
Once you have the fear to hit the road, that's it. You just walk. It's just walking, dancing, drinking.
Yeah.
Nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
You don't need to buy anything.
Yeah.
But it's just the atmosphere, the vibe.
Right.
Which, you know, on one hand it's good because even the brokest of us can participate
in that. And it's music everywhere, you guys. It's like big sound systems, like every square inch of the road there's another sound set. And kids look forward to this. I know for sure I looked forward to Grand Market every single year, and I definitely was awaiting the year when I could go to Grand Market without my mother and my family. Because it is a family event, you guys. You go with your family and all of that stuff. And another thing too, it is also an all-night event. Like, Grand Market lasts until people start leaving the morning of Christmas. I remember one Grand Market, me, my mother, and my sister, and a family friend, Tova, big up yourself. I don't even know if he watches my videos. We went home like in the morning, like we watched the sun come up. It was the first year that we've ever stayed until daylight. Because other times by 1, 2 a.m. my mother was like, it's time to go. You know what I mean? And taxis are running, and there are a gazillion people on the road. Like, you're walking and people just bounce you left, right, and center. Like, it's fun, and it is something that we all look forward to as Jamaicans. Of course, with COVID, that's not happening this year at all, and the excitement somewhat has died down over the years, especially where we used to go to Grand Market, which is in Brownstone.
Well, let me say, the excitement has died down for us because we're growing up. It's kind of a rite of passage. You know, when you finally get to touch the streets on your own. But yeah, after 1 or 2 years, that's all it is. You're just walking, and you recognize that Grand Market is just that.
Yeah, you're just exhausting yourself walking around.
After a while, Christmas Eve, you start to prefer just bundling up, watching something, and sleeping or eating.
Yeah.
But there will always be 15-year-olds, so Grand Market will never die.
Yeah.
But in the coming years, though, as the phones abduct all form of tradition, perhaps Grand Market will see a decline.
Yeah.
In that we might have virtual Grand Markets.
Starting this year for sure. I know a lot. COVID has opened up a whole online kind of environment that things that we thought could never happen over the internet are happening over the internet. You know what I mean? So we're in for some drastic change. I am excited to see the change that the world will come, and I'm excited to see the look on our children's faces when we tell them all of these stories about Grand Market and staying up and having to wait in the line for fast food for maybe 2 hours before you get served. All of that stuff, you know what I mean? So it is it is an interesting time for us to be living in. So I hope that you guys, we have been talking for over half an hour, so I do not want to take up any more of your Christmas day, you guys. We really do sincerely hope that you make the best of this holiday. We are all struggling in our own different ways, but it is a time for just a little bit of Christmas cheer won't hurt. Get yourself some hot chocolate. We did not even talk about that just because we did not grow up on like eggnog and hot chocolate and all of that stuff. I don't see what the hype is about. Hot chocolate, I drink it whenever I feel for hot chocolate. It's not like a Christmas, oh, hot chocolate, marshmallows, blah blah blah. It's not that for us. And yeah, we hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Merry Christmas.